Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating story, one that sits right at the intersection of art, technology, and, human connection. And it all kicks off with this one very unique sculpture.
Okay, so take a look at this piece. It's full of motion. It's got so much character. But here's the thing. The artist wants us to think beyond what we're just seeing and ask a much deeper question. What if this sculpture could actually be a bridge? And no, not a bridge over a river, but a bridge between entire worlds. And get this. The artist herself, Sigal Magen, gives us a huge clue. She named the sculpture Bridget. You know, like the word bridge. The whole point of this piece is to connect things. But what worlds are we even talking about here?
Well, to figure that out, we've got to meet the artist behind the work and really get a feel for her core philosophy. And that's where this story starts to get really interesting.
So this is Sigal Magen, and she's not just a sculptor, not by a long shot. Her work covers this huge range, from writing books for kids and adults to teaching, all while creating this amazing art that kind of lives in that space between words, images, and technology.
Her big idea, the concept that drives everything, is bridging worlds. For her, it's all about this creative journey that connects the dots between different cultures, between languages, and even between our own private inner worlds. It's a deeply human idea at its core.
Which, of course, leads to the big question, right? What is the invisible thread that's actually connecting all these different worlds in her art? Well, the answer? It might not be what you're expecting.
So let's explore this really surprising tool that Magen uses to build these bridges. It's something we hear about constantly, but, almost never when we're talking about fine art.
Yep, that's right. Artificial intelligence. In a world where we're always talking about AI in terms of data and algorithms and all that techie stuff, Magen is using it as a fundamental part of her artistic process.
Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking. There's so much fear and, let's be honest, skepticism around AI and creative fields. Is it a tool, or is it here to replace human creativity altogether? It's a huge debate.
But what's so cool here is how Magen's work just completely reframes that whole debate. For her, it's not a competition. Not at all.
She shows us a completely new reality. The old fear is that AI is going to replace artists, that classic, human versus machine conflict. But the new reality she's creating is that AI can be a partner, a tool that actually expands our own human imagination. It's not human versus machine, it's human plus machine. It's a team-up.
So how does that actually work? Well, according to Magen, AI becomes this incredible artistic tool by just pushing the boundaries of what we can dream up. It helps an artist take a story that's super personal to them and transform it into a bridge that can connect with anybody, anywhere, creating these brand new links between all of us.
Okay, so the theory sounds amazing, right? But what does this all look like when the rubber meets the road? What does this connection actually look like?
And, wow, this picture just says it all. On the left, there's Magen's original, complex, bronze sculpture Bridget. And on the right, a version of Bridget that a child made out of simple paper. That is the bridge in action. Think about what just happened here. A piece of art, one that's tied up in technology, has sparked this pure, hands-on creativity in someone else. A bridge was just built between a professional artist and a young creator, between a complex bronze sculpture and simple paper, between two completely different imaginations.
This right here is the absolute heart of bridging worlds. It isn't just an abstract idea. It's a real, tangible connection. It's inspiration that leaped from one mind to another, all made possible by this unique blend of art and technology.
And that leaves us with a pretty powerful thought to chew on. If artists like Sigal Magen are already using AI as a tool to expand our own human imagination and to build these incredible bridges between us, it really makes you wonder, what new worlds are we all going to build next?